This is the plaintiff, Elena Savino. She says she's a great landlord who has only had 4 tenants in 38 years. And she refuses to be taken advantage of by the likes of the defendant. The woman promised to move in, abruptly canceled, costing her a month's rent, and that's just not right. And in the name of landlords everywhere, she's suing for $2,500, $1,250 in rent, and $1,250 in aggravation. This is the defendant, Nancy. She says her mom unexpectedly lost her job, and her father needed surgery, and she had a responsibility to go live with them and take care of them. She understood she was putting the plaintiff out and suggested she keep her security deposit to cover the month's rent. But the greedy woman wants the security, 1 month's rent, and now aggravation. If anyone should get something for aggravation, it's her. Certainly not the plaintiff. She's accused of leaving Lickety-Split.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Elena Savino?
Yes.
You are suing Nancy. You've asked us to refer to you only by your first name for $2,500, $1,250 of it rent for September, and another $1,250 for aggravation or security for an apartment that she apparently lived, either according to you, lived in for 2 weeks, according to you, never moved into. Okay, what's going on?
September 12th.
September 12th?
I'm sorry, August 12th.
Okay.
She made an appointment with a realtor to see my apartment. She showed up a little earlier.
And now, where is it? Do you live in that?
Yes, I live. I'm going to show you some pictures of my apartment to show you how well I keep it and the country setting that it's in. She got
where
to
is
use
this?
In Astoria.
I was born in Astoria.
Okay, well then you'll love my apartment because it's great. And do you want to rent it?
Do I want to rent it? Oh, maybe it's a house I was born in.
It's got a parquet flooring and everybody likes that. I have been renting this apartment for 39 years, and everything is the same, and you can see it's immaculate. I had it professionally cleaned, floors, windows, Venetian blinds, everything. Everything was spotless. She arrived early on August 12th to see the apartment. I saw her outside, met her outside, and a few minutes later, the realtor came. He went upstairs to show her the apartment. I went along for the ride, so to speak, in case there was any questions. While we were up there, I discussed that since it was before the 15th, I'd like to prorate that month as of the 15th to the end. Didn't want to lose a whole month. It was all ready to go. Didn't have to do anything to it. And she says, well, I really liked it. She wasn't there long. I mean, a matter of 10 minutes. And it was done. So,
now, was there a lease?
No, it's a month-to-month because it is a two-family.
Yeah, was there anything in writing about the month-to-month or no?
No, we just agreed that she was going to pay.
I'm confused because you submitted.
I submitted a lease. I definitely signed a lease, and I did not make the agreement of the.
Okay, hold on. You'll get a chance to refute what she said, but I'm so confused because in your complaint you say there's nothing in writing, and then
I signed a lease.
She submitted,
and I have a copy of the lease.
Okay,
and I submitted.
Can I see what you have?
The realtor never gave it to me, so I don't know what she has. I signed that she was going to pay half of August.
Did you sign a lease?
And no,
you're not quite sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think those are rules as to what I want in the apartment,
Residential
which is
rental agreement.
Agreement, right? Which is no pets.
It's month to month. It's not a year-long commitment.
No,
that may be
not
what
at
you're
all.
thinking.
Yes.
But it's in writing. It's called the rental agreement.
It's agreeing that she does not bring pets in. She does not bring three people in for her alone.
How long have you owned this place?
39 years.
And how many tenants have you had?
4.
In 39 years, you've had 4 tenants?
Yes, and that's my homemade Italian sauce on Sunday that keeps them there.
Yes, I want to rent the place.
Okay? My garlic and my sauce is going on Sunday. That's my routine.
All right, so now there were 2 checks that went that way, right?
Okay.
One for $625 and one for $1250.
Correct. The $625 was a bank check, which the realtor told me to go and pick it up and submit the keys to the apartment. And I said, fine. And she left this check, which I'm really surprised because she's a teacher and you have to look how she wrote this check. My bank didn't even accept it because she didn't write it right. But I did go to another bank that, luckily it was also her bank that accepted it. You can see.
So hold on. When you tried to cash this, there had been a stop payment.
Not at my bank, And another bank I went to, which was her bank as well.
Learned of it, but she put a stop payment on the check. Okay.
But this is the most important thing, is because it shows the Con Edison was turned on the 15th of August, and it shows it post-dated. You can see it. She took possession of this apartment. When I turned the keys over to the realtor and picked up the bank check, that is her prerogative. If she wanted to bring a glass in, a pot in, or a skirt in, that was her. She had the keys there at the realtor. Okay. And this shows a cellular phone message to me the last day of the month of August at 3:30, saying she no longer wanted the apartment. This is the cell.
All right, now to you. What is it that happened here? Because it's a beautiful apartment.
For the record, I love the apartment. I love the area. I was very, very happy to be moving into that area. I told the realtor, okay, here's most of the broker's fee. Here is the security deposit for $625. I was very, very certain that I would be taking the place and I would be moving in as of September 1st. Okay. So as a result, in advance, out of my free will, I said, here is the first month of rent. It was not, I have to pay the first month right then and there.
Well, what did the rental agreement say? That you had to, in order to rent the, normally you have to pay first, last, and security to get into a place.
The realtor assured me.
Rent is payable in advance at a rate of $1,250 a month during the term of the agreement on the first day of the month.
Yes, correct, which would be September 1st, which was when I dated the check for September 1st, 2011, which is when I was going to move in.
What happened? Because you didn't move in.
So I went on vacation for 2 weeks. When I came back, I found out that my mom had been laid off of work, which changes my decision to end up moving out to her place, which, as much as I would like it, I feel it's my duty as a responsible daughter to move back in with my family and, take care of...
Or to stay with your family.
Exactly.
Had you moved... When you say move back in, why had you moved in like she says you had in August?
In August? No, I never moved in. I never received keys to the apartment, and I never set foot in the apartment once I was shown the place. So I've never been back.
I know that you were on vacation for those 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
But is it accurate that, because there was still most of the month of August left, that you were supposed to take it from August 15th?
No. I was supposed to take possession of the apartment September 1st. So I talked to her, and that's where I said, listen, I understand you're losing the month of September because no one's going to move in right then and there. I understand that. I'm reasonable. So I'll let you keep the check, cash it in for $1,250. However, I do feel entitled to the security deposit, which is $625. I'm already losing $1,000 for the broker fee. I'm willing to let her keep the $1,250 for the month of September, but at least return my security deposit, which is $625.
Okay.
And in addition to that...
And she said?
She said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Those were her words. And she hangs up. And that was it. She didn't care to find out what was the reason, why I'm not taking the apartment. She didn't care.
No, she doesn't care.
Okay.
I mean, with all due respect, those are your problems. She's got her problems, which is she's out money.
And I realized that.
Everything was fine, but then what happens is you went out and you canceled because you thought you wouldn't get your $625.
Correct.
You went out and canceled you stopped payment on the $1,250.
Correct.
Now, you say, no, Judge, that $625 was payment for August.
That's right.
For half the month. There was no security deposit?
How can anybody move in on a security? I never heard of that. No one ever moves in on a security.
Well, that's what you're saying
she
happened.
Had the keys
Wait a minute,
waiting.
You're saying that happened. Exactly what you just said never happened.
No, I said no one ever moves in on a security.
Right.
She
and
paid.
and on August 15th, all you had that was a negotiable bank check was the $625 because this check is useless because it's post-dated September 1st. So that would mean, according to your facts, that she was moving in on a security. And not much of a security because it was only $625 and the rent's $1,250. So you're saying that the only thing in your pocket, because you can't cash this and things can happen like, I don't know, let me think. A stop payment? Okay, so this is useless, so she moved in on a security is what you're saying. And the problem with what you're saying is this, that the residential rental agreement that you folks signed says security deposit $625. How am I supposed to think that the $625 isn't a security deposit?
Because she got the keys. She got the keys and the Con Ed was turned on.
How do you're arguing to me that $625 is rent for August. She's arguing to me the $625 is a security deposit.
Of course she's going to say that.
I know, but
she's trying to not pay it.
I know, but here's your signature on a contract that says that the $625 was not rent for August.
It's the realtor's fault, and shame on me to not have addressed that. But
that would mean that there was no security. If she paid under your theory, she paid $625 for rent in August.
No security and no rent.
And no security. No.
Yeah.
No. What you're saying is the $625 was for rent in August, Judge. The $1,250 is a check I can't cash till September 1st. It's for rent for September 1st.
That was supposed to be
Under
security,
your theory,
not rent. The girl didn't move in. That's supposed to stay on the bottom
I'm sorry.
as a security.
Stop. That I find that hard to believe. Who am I going to believe, you or my lion eyes? Let's see.
Welcome back to the People's Court, Harvey. 11 years, so there's no term in the contract on how long it's supposed to be. Defendant violates the contract. How long is the defendant on the hook for?
I would say if it's not in the contract that he's probably not on the hook. She.
She's not responsible at all.
No,
Yes,
not at all.
I wouldn't think so.
Not at all, because the landlord should know better to have a proper contract.
So it's the landlord's fault and tough luck and the tenant walks away.
Yeah, exactly.
You agree?
He's not even. She's not even on the hook. The pen is mightier than the sword. He's off.
She's off.
She's off.
Can we get this right, guys? Going inside the courtroom.
The memo line says rent September 2011.
Why not security? That would be normal.
Wow.
She came in on August and even security.
You accepted the check, and it's also, if it's supposed to be security, then and she moved in August 15th, then it wouldn't say September 1st, 11 as the post date. Why? No, but there's maybe it's not your mistake. Maybe actually the $625 is security and the $1,250 is rent for September 1st. And even though the realtor doesn't know their way out of a paper bag because they can't even put a start and end date to something that is clearly on their computer, I'm really surprised about this. Maybe I missed it. Just a second. You've never seen this before. You don't know what I'm talking about with this. And you've looked through this and you didn't see a start date either on this, right?
I did not.
How could you have something on your computer and it's your job to be a realtor and you don't have a start and end date on it? Is it just me?
No.
Well, I feel like my job in life is always 100 times harder because 99% of the people around me aren't doing their job.
Your Honor, you trust
Is that just because I'm getting older, or is that?
No, I don't know that.
Am I cranky? Would you say I'm cranky?
Not today.
Not today?
You just trust a realtor on his expertise.
Trust a realtor. Maybe if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's just a duck. It's not that complicated.
But you know, Your Honor, if she had called me
But yeah, you would trust a realtor to have something like start and end dates.
I could have had maybe that apartment rented, and it's still empty.
There's no question. You are right. It's not like you're entitled to nothing. Of course you're right. You are entitled to something. What are you entitled to? If you could prove to me that the $625 was not security but was in fact August rent.
The Con Edison bill.
Okay. The Con Edison bill is not going to change the contract that you sign. Now, you do have a Con Ed bill, and the Con Ed bill shows that at some point in August, you put it in your name.
Okay, I did, because I wanted to clear my account from my previous apartment. So this was going to be my new apartment as far as I knew. So I wanted to make sure that I got confirmation that the previous bill had been paid and that account closed, and this was going to be my new home.
So once you tell Con Edison...
Hold on. But why would that necessitate you starting signing up the electrical on August 11th as opposed to on September 1st?
I didn't realize I was signing the electrical. I just wanted to make sure that they had my new address on record for them to forward the account closure confirmation. That's why I contacted them
If she
with
was
the new
going to
address.
take possession of an apartment until September 1st, why would I want to go so early in turning Con Edison on?
Well,
so when I received
no, I
this,
agree. But I
thought
agree,
she
and I
was gonna
understand why
come
you're
in.
saying that. But what am I supposed to do?
No, I understand
with
what
this
that
and
says,
this, you
but
know?
I'm just saying that she should really be honest and say that, yes, I wanted the apartment. We clearly stated that upstairs.
I clearly wanted the
She
apartment.
is saying that.
Yeah.
She did want the apartment.
Not as a
Have you
security in
re-rented it?
August. No.
I can't believe it.
I
It's
can't.
so
Do you want
pretty.
the apartment?
I think it's so pretty. Look at
Would
this.
you like?
I was
I'm
very
shocked.
happy
Why
when
don't
I
you
found
take it
it.
as a weekend thing? Yeah.
It's immaculate. 'Cause I live in Florida.
I heard that you fly in once. So take it. You'll have homemade sauce every Sunday with
just want it for the
lasagna.
sauce.
Come and live with me. I'd love to have you. At least I'll know I'll get the truth from you all the time. Oh my goodness, I'd love to have you.
I could do this all day with you.
You're so good.
Here's how it works. Your philosophy was right the first time. I might have done things a little differently than you.
Okay.
If I believed that somebody was entitled to $1,250, taking the moral high ground
Yes.
means that if they already have only $625,
Yes.
I would have sent her a check for $625.
Yes.
I would write on the memo line full and final payment.
Okay.
And
I did try to contact the realtor to explain that, I wanted to
Well, but
do
you have
that.
her number. I mean,
She
but
puts
you have
but
the address.
again,
You know where she
yeah.
lives. You could just send the check, and we might not be here if that had happened.
Okay.
Because then she would have $625 plus a $625, and she may be angry that it hasn't been re-rented, but she'd at least have $1,250 on her side.
All
And I
right.
have a feeling we
But
might not be.
I did, contact the
And
realtor
it's fine,
several times.
and the
Yes.
thing about you is that you know that you're in breach.
Yes.
You know, and for good
I'm
reasons,
aware of that,
good reasons, good family reasons, that's what you're
Yes.
supposed to do. It's just that sometimes there's a cost,
Yes.
and according to you, you were willing to pay the $1,250, and but I might have sent the $625, and then I would find myself having a lot less aggravation. I find in favor of the plaintiff the amount of $625 plus your court costs. Okay, and this goes back to you. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
I want some sauce.
Let's find out what the defendant thinks about this outcome. Come on in here.
Hi.
The plaintiff didn't get everything she sued for.
No,
So
I think
how
it's
you
fair.
feel? Yeah?
It's very fair. It's 1 month's worth of rent, which is fine. So I'm very pleased with the
Kind of
finance.
tough being a landlord and getting that late notice like that.
Yeah, but again, the situation was out of my hands, and I tried to do the right thing as soon as possible.
All right.
So, okay.
All right. Good luck, and head right down this way. And all right. So come on in here. It's fine. It turns out that the $625 was the rent. What's your feeling on this?
I
ruling?
respect her opinion, but she knew she wanted to move in mid-August, and that as of September 1st, she was going to give me the rent. And I'm a good landlord. I just want it out there that all landlords are not bad. I mean, we're good, and sometimes tenants have to cooperate with us.
So even though you didn't get everything you wanted, you still make some sauce on Sunday for the judge?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Homemade sauce with meatballs and homemade pasta.
Garlic?
Oh, plenty of it. Plenty of it.
Harvey?
So if the lease is indefinite, bottom line here, in almost all states, it's viewed as 30 days. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.